But all right, Paige, you had wrote a comment there. You said that before if a guy asked you for your number, you looking for a resume. So I guess you raise your hand and respond to that. So what's up with that?
It's not nothing crazy. Basically, I expect a guy to have what I have plus more. Okay. Or equal. So if I have my own house, my own car, my own money, you need to have the same.
Right.
I don't want no man coming to me for nothing. Basically. So if you have that, we're straight. Outside of that, I expect it to be 50-50. So if you want me cooking every night, you need to be paying all the bills.
Okay. So you think, so what if a guy, right? Let's say you're making money hand over fist. What if a guy's still doing well for himself, but he's just not doing as well as you? He can take care of himself. He got his own place. He got his own car, but he's not to the level that you're doing it at. Would that be an issue, or he has to have more than you?
No. So like I said, either equal or more. So as long as he can take care of himself, he has his own, I'm fine. I just don't want you coming to me for nothing or trying to move in with me.
Okay. So that's the resume. It sounds like a light resume. I thought you were talking about like you need to do some employment verification.
Oh, no.
Okay. So you're just trying to get a general idea what you working with, where you at in life.
Carter, can I ask a follow-up to Paige?
Yep.
So Paige, let's say he doesn't have a car and or house or things, but maybe he's good at the plumbing or the lawn and gardening, or like or working on the air conditioner, or working on like the pipelines inside the home, or fixing, like he's very handy around the house. Like he could put a door together, he could put a bedroom together, he could put a bed and a dresser together. Does that even it out that he's useful around the house and he could do things to make so you don't have to pay out of pocket to somebody else?
Well, in my circumstance, no, because my dad does that stuff for me. So I don't need a man to do that.
What if he could compensate?
In that situation,
that was a good follow-up question.
Situation too, he needs to be an entrepreneur at this point. Like,
right.
You don't have to work for someone, but you can go out. If you're that good, you need to be starting your own business. Google will help you get there.
There you go. She wants what she wants. But I think that was a good follow-up. Good follow-up, Mike. And thanks, Paige, for being brave enough to respond to that resume thing. All right, Michael, and then Latoya.
So this is an interesting topic, and the part that it confuses me when it comes to women, when we talk about submission. I've seen women submit to bosses at work, submit to family members, submit to girlfriends that they've been girlfriends for 15, 20 years, knowing that they did wrong, but they can't submit to a man. And those submissions, they will forgive because it's a consequence behind that. It's a paycheck behind it. They may lose a family. They might lose their love from family, or their girlfriends that they're sweet ride or die. But if a man does wrong, his manhood is questioned, his leadership is questioned, his responsibility to her pain is questioned. And so I look at those things and I'm like, if a woman can be submissive to a man for certain things, or come to the mindset to say, hey, what I have been doing in the past, it hasn't worked. I need to try something new. Where do we go from there? It's like, you haven't been successful in relationships. Maybe the approach that you've been doing hasn't worked. Time for a change. And I'll rest my mic on that one.
So it sounds like you're saying that in reference to women saying that there aren't men worth submitting to, it sounds like toward your end of your commentary saying that they're not selecting these men, they're selecting men who they don't feel comfortable submitting to. And if that is the case, why are they doing that? Do you believe that? Why are they doing that? Why are they choosing men that they can't submit to?
I would say the reason why they're choosing men that they can't submit to, it goes with flexibility. They want to have flexibility and control. And flexibility meaning that they want to dictate the rules of engagement. They want to dictate, instead of saying, hey, you know what, this man has a vision, has a plan, and I need to see it through. It's just like a company. A company gives you a project. You may not know what the outcome of the project, but you're going to see it through. You're going to give it the 6 months to a year because a bonus might be coming through it, a promotion might be coming through it. You could put that on your year in review and say, hey, this is what we did. We went through the trenches and we came out winning.
Home. So you originally said that flexibility was the issue. They're not choosing these men. Did you just saying that they just rather lead a man? Is I guess that's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Does any lady, Latoya smiling, any lady want to respond directly to what, I'm sure Latoya has her own commentary, but anybody lady want to respond directly to what Michael had just said there? Just real brief. Go ahead, Rosa, if you want to say something real brief to what Michael had just said.
I want to say that women who are more masculine, they attract men that's less masculine. It's just a fact.
Okay,
it's
so
not
sound like you
not,
agree with Michael.
That's what they attract. The women that's more submissive, they attract men that's more, you can call them leaders or conceited. I can't put the exact.
All right, let me go. I'm gonna go. I thought you had some pushback from Michael, but it sounded like you were amen in what he was saying. But I'm gonna go to Latoya because she had her hand raised. Yeah, if you want to, there's at the bottom of the Zoom, Rosa, there's like a reaction button. You hit the reaction button and you raise your hand. You'll be in the queue. But we're gonna go. We had jumped over Latoya. I thought you wanted to give Michael some pushback. Lena.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So in regards to going back to what Michael was saying, so I'm a little confused because it seems as though that and I'm not saying that he's probably one of them, but a lot of men are, like you're saying, you agree with 80% of what Kevin Samuel states. And if that is the case, Kevin Samuel states that a man should already, when he, so to say, is coming to that woman, he should already be prepared. And so Michael was talking about, following the man with his vision and where he's going, and he tried to use the job into that. But if we're looking at a man and a woman, and then he wants that woman to follow and lead, it's a little different because I do run a corporation. I'm a VP. So it's a little different in relationships. So in order for me to know that I have to trust your abilities and your skills, I need to know that you can lead. I can't just take it that, okay, you're going to be leading me down the right path. So it comes to when we're dealing with men and women, that's why I always go back to the whole vetting process, because there's just certain things that you need to be talking about and things that you can ask, so you'll know if that person is even someone that you can consider in being in a relationship. Because if you're asking the right questions, then you're going to know if they are going to be able to lead you or not lead, or if they have themselves together or not together. So
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Carter, can I ask a follow-up to Ms. Lena, what she just said?
Yep. She addressed your point directly. So go ahead. So
Ms. Lena, when you said, because you're a VP, I'm an IT manager, so I get what you're saying. And I guess my question to you is, in order for a man to lead, the woman has to allow that man to lead. How many mistakes does a man get before you question his leadership?
So no, for me, it's not how many mistakes, because we're all going to make mistakes. The issue is, before you jump into that relationship with this person to say, I want them to lead, you want to know what their abilities are. And that's the same thing your employer does. Depending on the level of job that you're going after, you got your resumes, they check your background, then you sit in front of a panel of people, and everybody is judging on your skills and, like they said, a proven track record. And that's what we have to do in our relationships. What is that proven track record? That's why I said there's certain things that you can ask, and you have these hard talks and discussions before you even say, okay, I'm gonna go with him, and then I'm gonna trust that he leads. So my thing is, once you make that decision, then you already know that he's good, he's okay with leading. So
good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
Okay.
But if we're all single, where's the proven track record?
That depends on where you're at. Now, like you're saying, we're all single. There's various different reasons why people are single. People are not single because they haven't been successful in relationships. I'm single because I was married 20 years and then my husband passed away. So it's not that a lot of people are not successful. That's what I'm saying, is that when you're single, you have to know how to navigate and you have to ask the hard questions. A lot of people don't want to ask it. All they want to look at is at the exterior point, and then they want to just touch on little fine things, but you don't ask the hard things. And then the other reason why a lot of people are single is because they really don't know themselves. So you have to really know yourself. I always tell people, know the main thing with anything is know the 5 things that you must have from someone to sustain a relationship. But a lot of people don't know that. So if you don't really know yourself, you can't really gauge somebody else to even know, okay, this is a person that I can trust to lead me.
I appreciate that.
There you
You're
go.
welcome.
So remember, y'all, if y'all want to respond, y'all want to say something, y'all want to weigh in and give y'all's take over the presentation, just go ahead and hit that reaction button and raise your hand, and you'll be in the queue.